mark, I'm academics. Can't ride no wave.
Okay. All right. Give me one second. Okay. Real quick. The numbers are in for Gunna. Gunna is actually looking like his numbers got upgraded. So Gunna 1 of 1 is actually on pace to do about 79,000 records this week. And that's actually pretty impressive given the fact that, everybody's been running off release dates recently. Why they've been running off of it? Because after coming off of Taylor Swift, Kendrick, and Drake, they've been in this feud that people didn't know when it was going to end. So no one wanted to kind of drop music during then. A lot of artists pushed their projects back. A lot. And Gunna's one of those people who stuck to his date. Future tried to jump out like, yo, he was about to drop something, but he didn't. He just dropped a single, which, by the way, I wonder where that single debut at. Let me see if I can find it. Billboard. Let's see where that single... Has it been a week? I don't think it's been a week, actually. Yeah, it's going to be a week. Oh, actually, it has been a week. But it's going to get updated on Monday. He did drop a song with T Grizzly. But anyway, 79,000 first week for Gunna. I think that's a huge W. You know what I mean? I know last time he did sell, I think he sold, what did he sell with his last album? Gunna. Where is he at? Gunna rapper. The last album was A Gift and a Curse, commercial performance. He did 85,000. So he did 85,000 first week when he had a album with Bread and Butter, which I really like, Fuck You Mean, which was a certified hit, and Back to the Moon. I don't know what could be the hit on this next project, but it's clear that people are fucking with Gunna, and he's having a stable career despite a lot of people not kind of, supporting his movement. And by the way, the industry's starting to break. The industry for sure is starting to break. If you don't know Roddy Ricch, he just shouted out Gunna, right? Roddy Ricch, let me see, unless he deleted it. Did he delete it? Maybe he did. Yeah, maybe he did. Yeah, I think he did. But Roddy Ricch did shout out, unless I'm tripping. Am I tripping? Roddy Ricch shouted out Gunna. Or he tweeted at Gunna, something of the sort. I know my memory not failing me like this. I'm not getting that old yet, people, right? Let me see if I can find it on Twitter. Unless it was a fake tweet. Roddy Ricch Gunna. Well, Roddy Ricch is on the project, isn't he? Yeah, Roddy Ricch is on the project, so I don't even got to mention his shout out on social media. The nigga's on the project. So again, the two people we know for sure that's rocking with Gunna, Offset, right? Offset's rocking with Gunna. And then Roddy Ricch is rocking with Gunna, which, by the way, kind of showcases and highlights how differently the industry viewed, Roddy Ricch, not Roddy Ricch, I mean Gunna, in terms of the difference between him and 6ix9ine. 6ix9ine came home just bragging about snitching and hoping that people were just going to be like, okay, we'll still work with you. That kind of did him in. There was a lot of people. I think even Tory Lanez was about to do a track with him, but Tory Lanez pulled out at the last minute because Tory didn't like the fact that, it's one thing you came out of jail saying, yo, the reason why I told is because of A, B, C, and D. It's another thing if you're like, yeah, nigga, I ratted, and what? Nigga, I came home to a big bag, I ratted. Whatever the case is, like he was saying, I remember Tory pulled out of the record supposedly because of that. But yeah, Offset's on this project. and Roddy Ricch. I think the industry's gonna, by the end of the year, I think they're all waiting for Thug. I don't know if this Thug case will be over pretty soon, but I do believe that people are gonna get back on this Gunna bandwagon. So we'll see how that goes. If we're speaking about numbers as well, it's very interesting to watch Kendrick Lamar absolutely annihilate shit. I mean, this week, Good Kid, Mad City was back in the top 20, selling 26,000 records this week. It catapulted that 12-year-old album back in the top 20 album. And it just goes to show you when you're a great musician and when you put out good shit. And this is why the labels don't mind, Kendrick is allegedly a free agent, but you know who's eating off Good Kid, Mad City? Interscope, Top Dog, Universal, right? So when sometimes y'all think these beefs are like bad for like labels, no, they're eating off of this project because they own the master, or they should own the masters to it, and they probably have a sizable amount of the pub on this project as well. You get what I mean? Damn also charted. It charted higher than Good Kid, Mad City. It sold 30K this week, which actually put it in the top 15 of the albums this week on Billboard. So he dropped his 7-year-old album charted again in the top 15, and his 12-year-old album charted in the top 20. And yeah, if you think about money, which is, this is just what supposedly earned on a DSP level. Kendrick Lamar Euphoria earned around $212,000 in revenue first week. Kendrick Lamar Not Like Us earned about $280,000 first week. And again, we're not talking about the complete revenue generated by these songs. They're talking about it from these streaming platforms, which people monetize the streams and turn it into dollars. You get what I mean? So this was the top 10. Not Like Us, number 1. You had Euphoria, which again, I told you I've been catching on to it. I've been fucking with it a little bit more. It's number 3. We had Like That, number 6. Then Family Matters at number 7. Again, it's kind of interesting, but like surreal watching Drake kind of lose at his own battle. Not that like he really cares that much about, trying to beat Kendrick on the charts, but we just assume anybody Drake goes to, no matter, even if they have some slick bars, they will never be able to beat Drake when it comes time